Welcome to Employee Orientation. AMB Mind and Body Home Care is an in-home service provider that assists individuals and families. We are dedicated to helping our clients lead dignified, independent lifestyles in the comfort and safety of their own homes by carefully assessing and fully understanding their needs and selectively placing trained personnel to meet these needs. We at AMB Home Care provide a unique community-based service that assists our clients and allows them to remain safe and independent in their own homes. We are committed to providing quality, ethical, and professional services. Our employees are carefully screened, trained, bonded, insured, and supervised. They are caring, courteous in nature, committed to care, and eager to help. Certain segments of the population will find our services especially beneficial, such as people who are frail, elderly, housebound, terminally, chronically, or acutely ill, physically or mentally challenged, recently discharged from hospital, family caregivers, the intellectually disabled, and accident victims.
Coming up next, how our senior citizens are getting the care they need to really make the most of life.
Aging in place is something that many seniors and their family members strive for. Here's how to make it happen.
Here at AMB Mind and Body, we help work with the elderly, the injured, the aging population, the intellectually disabled, just anyone that is at home and does not feel like they can do everything quite the way that they used to or at all. Our company helps send caregivers into their homes so that they can get their day-to-day items, errands, everything that they need done and feel confident in doing so. I love helping people, and it's a special thing for me to help those individuals who can't quite advocate for themselves. We're a boutique agency, so we know everyone by name, by face, by voice even. They're our family, because these are families that count on us when they're not able to do these things for their loved ones.
The services AMB Mind and Body provide improve the quality of life for aging seniors, those who struggle with intellectual disabilities, and the medically fragile.
The services we provide can range from companionship to personal care, bathroom assistance, even errands like taking out the trash or going to the grocery store. Anything that you can think about that you do in your home, we can help our clients with. Our caregivers are our lifelines. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. They're the ones who gets up every day, every morning, even at night, in the clients' homes, rain or shine, whatever the circumstances, they're the ones that are there. They're the ones that are hand over hand taking care of our clients that we value and adore so much. Without our caregivers, we wouldn't be who we are. We can even train family members to be caregivers as well. If a family member has someone at home that they've been taking care of or want to take care of and just kind of need the guidance in doing so, they can come right to us and we can give them the mandatory training that they need to be able to confidently and effectively be at home to take care of their loved one.
They also offer a special service called Mommy Care.
Mommy Care is such a fantastic part of the agency. We send caregivers to new moms, pregnant moms, any mother who needs assistance in the house but can't quite do it on her own. She's focused on the newborn or the baby and the house is falling apart. That's where we step in. We offer that aid to the new mother so that she can focus on being a terrific mom.
And all of this offers peace of mind for loved ones.
So I encourage people to be vigilant about getting care for their loved one. If someone is moving slower than usual or achier than normal, it's probably time that they need assistance at home, and there's nothing wrong with that. We encourage you to be your loved one's advocate, look for the services that they need, and pick up the phone. When you do decide to get care for your loved one, just know that you've made the right decision. And if you come to us, also trust that they are now our loved ones, and then they're in great hands.
For more information about Able Mind and Body, visit ambhomecare.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Welcome to Able Mind and Body Home Care. As professionals in the health and medical field, it's essential to uphold high standards of conduct and etiquette. Let's delve into some key aspects that contribute to a professional and successful work environment. Professionalism encompasses your mannerisms, respect towards colleagues and supervisors, refraining from inappropriate language, and practicing proper phone etiquette. Professionalism is the cornerstone of our work environment at Able Mind and Body Home Care. It goes beyond mere interactions. Every action and word reflects our commitment to our values and mission. You will be receiving a new hire folder and handbook. Be sure to go over it with your presenter. It's important to fully understand and adhere to our company policies. We kindly ask that you review the employment agreement you signed during onboarding to familiarize yourself with our expectations and guidelines. This document is the foundation of our mutual understanding and commitment to maintaining a professional work environment. It outlines not only your rights, but also your responsibilities as an integral member of our team. Adherence to these policies ensures that operations run smoothly and that everyone is treated fairly and respectfully. The guidelines cover a wide range of topics, including confidentiality, workplace safety, and appropriate use of company resources. Familiarity with these policies is crucial for daily activities and interactions at Able Mind and Body Home Care. It helps prevent misunderstandings and promotes a harmonious working environment. Please take the time to thoroughly read and understand these guidelines. If you have any questions or need clarification on any points, do not hesitate to reach out to your supervisor or our HR department. We are here to support you, and every team member must be on the same page. By aligning with our company's policies, you contribute to a culture of professionalism and respect central to our mission. What is your role as a caregiver? The caregiver is a frontline position acting as a representative of the agency and providing the services our agency offers. The caregiver duties are not limited to those listed, as the position has a wide scope of duties at times, dependent on the client and always under the auspices of the company. The caregiver will mostly work independently of coworkers or supervisors and therefore must balance good judgment and initiative in line with the policies of the company. It should be noted that the emphasis is for the caregiver to involve the client in the care program to help provide the client with the basic standards of healthy living as follows: physical activity, mental stimulation, personal contact, nutrition, relaxation, humor. The importance lies in incorporating the client into their care plan, focusing on essential aspects of a healthy lifestyle such as physical activity, mental stimulation, personal interaction, proper nutrition, relaxation, and humor. What is your role as a DSP? Direct support professionals, DSPs, are dedicated individuals who play a crucial role in the lives of people with intellectual or developmental disabilities. They work closely with their clients, providing them with the necessary support, guidance, and care to lead fulfilling and independent lives. Some of the roles of a DSP include supporting engagement with the community by providing support in less congregate and more individualized settings, job coaching, employment support, transportation, using creative thinking for accommodations to help people with disabilities be more independent, providing emotional support, providing caregiving and support with activities of daily living, including medication administration, mobility assistance, wound care, accessing food. Working with the people they support to advocate for rights and services, such as accessing resources and opportunities in the community, working with the employer to customize job duties. Company culture. Family is important, and our clients are our loved ones. It is our job to make sure the client has the best possible experience with us. Professionalism includes dressing appropriately and maintaining a tidy and respectful workspace. When dressing for a day at Able Mind and Body Home Care, choosing attire that combines professionalism with comfort and practicality is vital. Each employee will receive one collared polo uniform top to wear. This uniform top should be paired with a black, khaki, or gray slacks. If it is lost or damaged, you will be responsible for purchasing a replacement at your own expense. Uniforms, dress code. Every day you work with a client. Mandatory extras must be on your person. ID badge, latex disposable gloves, watch with timer, no jewelry, for example, earrings, rings, necklace, bracelets. This is for the safety of our clients. Note, the first ID is covered by AMB. If the ID is lost or misplaced, there is a fee of $25 to replace. Approved uniforms include solid-colored polo shirts paired with tailored trousers or slacks, ensuring a neat appearance. To ensure daily safety, footwear should be closed-toed and supportive, such as professional clogs or simple sneakers. To maintain professionalism, avoid casual clothing like sports shorts, leggings, and tank tops, as well as graphic t-shirts and inappropriate footwear like flip-flops or open sandals. Dressing appropriately is key to upholding the standards and values of our workplace and fostering a positive environment. Only polo shirts featuring the Able Mind and Body Home Care logo are permitted for wear. Uniforms, dress code. Every day you work with a client. Appropriate, inappropriate. Employee paycheck schedule. Paychecks are distributed every 2 weeks on Friday. The pay period begins on Sunday and ends on the Saturday of the second week. A copy of the pay schedule can be found in their new hire packet.
If you want to download the ADP Mobile Solution application on your iPhone, then here's how to do it. Make sure that your iOS device is connected to a stable internet and then tap Open App Store. In the search box, type in ADP and perform your search. You'll be able to find the application that says ADP Mobile Solutions. Tap on the Get button to begin the downloading process for the application. The ADP Mobile Solutions app provides you with an easy and convenient way to access your payroll, time and attendance, benefits, and other vital HR information. Once the application is downloaded and it is ready for use, you'll be able to see the Open button. Tap on Open to launch Open the app. That is how you can easily download ADP application right on your mobile device. You can now easily log in by entering your credential, and that should be it.
Let's take a moment to download the app. Register with ADP. Follow the steps below. Quick registration for employee access. View up to 3 years of pay statements and tax statements online at your convenience, safely and securely. Additional features are available depending on what's offered by your company. 1. In your welcome email, click Register Now or go to www.myaccess.adp.com. 2. Enter your first and last name. You may be asked to verify the month and day of your birth or the last 4 digits of your Social Security number, EIN, or TIN. 3. Enter your email and phone number. For security reasons, if you enter an email or mobile number that's already being used by someone else, you may also be prompted to choose 3 security questions. 4. Create the user ID and password you'll use to sign in. Accept the terms and conditions. 5. Activate your email and phone number. Be sure to reply to the email or text message you receive within 24 hours. We'll use them to send a confirmation code to recover your user ID or password if you ever forget them. 6. Sign in to Employee Access. Be sure to bookmark www.myaccess.adp.com for the next time you sign in. Punctuality is paramount. We encourage everyone to arrive promptly for appointments, aiming to be present at least 5 minutes before the scheduled time to ensure a smooth start. Being on time reflects your professionalism and respect for the time of both clients and colleagues. It sets the tone for the level of care and attention we are committed to providing at Able Mind and Body Home Care. Our office operates by appointment only. If you ever need to schedule an appointment with your Caregiver Success Associate, please call and book ahead of time. Timeliness is not just about showing up, it's about being prepared. Arriving early allows for any last-minute preparations and ensures that appointments can start and end as scheduled. This level of organization is crucial, especially when managing back-to-back appointments. It demonstrates a well-run practice that values the health and time of everyone involved. By committing to punctuality, we uphold the standards of excellence that define Able Mind and Body Home Care. Prior to your first shift, you'll be given a copy of your client's care plan or a copy of their ISP, Caregiver Weekly Timesheet. A timesheet is a manual record for caregivers to note their working hours, marking their arrival and departure at a client's residence. This document typically includes sections for date, start and end times, and space for the client's signature, validating the caregiver's presence and confirming the rendered services. It acts as a crucial tool for both caregivers and clients, ensuring accurate payment and maintaining transparency in the caregiving process. How to clock in and out using HHA Exchange SanData. Clock in using the HHA Exchange app. Download the mobile app from the Apple or Android store. Search for HHA Exchange, select the app, and install it on your phone. On the right corner, there are 3 dots. Select to create a profile and register the mobile app ID number with the agency. Sign up and create your profile. Register with the agency by sending the mobile ID. Please write down the mobile ID and send it to records@ambhomecare.com, or you will get a call to provide the number. AMBHC will enter the mobile ID into the system. You can then enter the HHA Exchange app and see the schedule. If there is an assigned schedule, the clock in and clock out icon will appear and you will be clock in and out. You will be able to input the duty ID, ADLS, in the app. Clock in and out using the client phone. Dial the 1-866-955-0546 from the client's phone. If you chose to use the phone to clock in and out, you have to use the client's phone. If not, it will not register in the HHA Exchange. Clock 1 to clock in when prompted. You will be provided with assignment ID. If you fail to enter the assignment ID, the system stops you from clocking in and you have to contact the schedule manager. If the clock in is placed correctly, then the following automated message is heard that your call has been successfully registered and you are clock in. To clock out, press 2 when prompted. Enter your assignment ID. Complete the duty ID, ADL. Let's take a moment to download the app.
Welcome to the HHA Exchange Enterprise Electronic Visit Verification Caregiver Training for downloading and registering the HHA Exchange mobile app. The HHA Exchange mobile app provides caregivers with an easy method for verifying patient visits using their smartphones. This method is primarily used for GPS, but can also be used with the fob device. The mobile app is a free download available from either the Apple App Store for the iPhone or the Google Play Store for the Android. The app is easy to use with user prompts and context-sensitive help. This video explains how to download and register the mobile app. To learn how to use the mobile app to confirm visits, you will need to watch the video titled Caregiver Training GPS using the HHA Exchange mobile app. In this video, we'll explore how the mobile app works. This will include downloading the mobile app, signing up and creating your profile, registering with your agency or agencies, and it will also include a review of the mobile app utilities and a look at how to unlink from an agency. Let's start with how the mobile app works. The mobile app uses global positioning technology that is similar to the technology used in our automobile navigation systems to provide maps and directions in real time. The HHA Exchange mobile app is a free download available for Apple users, from the Apple App Store and for Android users from the Google Play Store. The caregiver downloads the app and registers their assigned ID with their agency. To learn how to use the mobile app to confirm visits, HHA Exchange provides a caregiver training video called GPS using the HHA Exchange mobile app. To download the mobile app, go to the Apple App Store or to the Google Play Store. Search for HHA Exchange, select the app, and then select the Install button. In order to use the mobile app, caregivers must now select Allow to allow access to the device location, and also select Allow to allow access to the notes files. And then click on Sign Up to continue. To sign up, the first thing you do is enter your email. Then you create a password and confirm the password, and then click Done on the keypad. Then you click on the Sign Up button on the bottom of the screen. A message will appear confirming a successful sign-up, which means that the information was sent to HHA Exchange and your login has been created. Then you click on OK. You will then be asked to create a profile containing some basic information. This includes first and last name, last 4 digits of your Social Security number, as well as your gender, birth date, email, and phone number. And it's very important that all of this information is correct and it matches the information that's in your caregiver profile in the HHA Exchange system. Then you click on Create to create your profile. Once you have created your profile, your mobile ID number will display and an email containing that same number will be sent to your email address. Here's a copy of the email that a caregiver receives. Notice the mobile ID number. The caregiver is then instructed to contact and provide their mobile ID number to all of their offices in order to complete their registration. When you are ready to actually log in, you log into the mobile app screen using the same email address and password that you established when you registered. If you attempt to log into the mobile app without contacting your agencies first, an error message will display. But if you have registered with your agency, clicking on Login will take you either to an agency selection page if you work with multiple agencies, or if you work with only one agency, to the mobile app homepage of that agency. From the agency homepage menu, you can access your scheduled visits, unscheduled visits, patients, messages, open shifts, and availability. The video titled Caregiver Training, GPS using the HHA Exchange mobile app will explain how visits are confirmed. The mobile app also has a utility menu. Clicking on the 3 dots in the display brings up the utility screen. The Utilities menu includes information and utilities to perform necessary application and management tasks. Notice that you see the mobile ID, which is the ID that the caregiver provided to their agencies, the device ID, and menu options for changing the password, viewing all of the linked agencies, changing the language displayed, and the legal information, which includes the privacy policy, the user agreement, and the end user license agreement. Now let's look at how we can unlink a caregiver from an agency. If a caregiver is no longer working with a particular agency, they can unlink from the agency with the mobile app. To do this, we select the Linked Agency function. Then we select the agency from whom we wish to unlink, and we move the switch to No. A warning will display, and if the caregiver wishes to continue with the unlink, they select yes. Once a caregiver has unlinked, only the agency can reinstate the caregiver. Welcome to the HHA Exchange Enterprise Electronic Visit Verification Caregiver Training for using GPS with the HHA Exchange mobile app. There are three methods that caregivers can use for electronic visit verification: caller ID using the patient's phone, GPS using the HHA Exchange mobile app downloaded to the caregiver's smartphone, and the fob device using any telephone or the HHA Exchange mobile app. This video covers GPS verification using the HHA Exchange mobile app. To learn how to download the mobile app, watch the training video titled Downloading and Registering the HHA Exchange mobile app. So what is GPS? GPS stands for Global Positioning System. GPS is the technology that automobile satellite navigation systems are using to provide us with maps and directions in real time. This same technology is used by HHA Exchange for electronic visit verification, and it's done with the caregiver's smartphone and a free downloadable HHA Exchange mobile verification app. Caregivers can download and use this free app with their Apple and Android smartphones. Instructions for downloading are available in the video titled Downloading and Registering the HHA Exchange mobile app. In order to use GPS, the caregiver downloads the app and registers their ID with their agency or agencies. The mobile app provides a schedule of all of a caregiver's patient visits on the caregiver's smartphone. Let's compare this information with the calendar and visit information in the application. Notice that the mobile app schedule includes all of the visit information, including the patient name, the start and end times of the visit, and the plan of care duties. The mobile app allows the caregiver to clock in and clock out and to record all of the duties that are required for the visit without needing to make telephone calls or to fill out paper timesheets. So how does the GPS mobile app work? To clock in at the beginning of the visit, the caregiver logs into the mobile app. The caregiver then selects the agency, the current visit, and clicks on the Clock In button in the app. Then the caregiver selects GPS as the method of verification. To clock out at the end of the visit, the caregiver once again logs into the app. This time the caregiver selects Clock Out, and a list of duties for the visit is displayed. The caregiver then records which duties were performed, which duties were not performed, and which duties, if any, were refused. When this is complete, the app will indicate a successful clock out. The mobile app also allows the caregiver to upload any notes, images, and/or voice recordings. So how does the GPS mobile app verify this information? When the caregiver clocks in and clocks out, the mobile app records and transmits the caregiver location to the HHA Exchange system. That location information is compared to all of the addresses that are listed in the patient's profile as valid GPS addresses. If the location matches one of the addresses, the visit is automatically verified. If the location does not match any of the addresses, an exception record is created that will require resolution by the agency staff. Now let's go through the actual clock in and clock out process using the mobile app. At the beginning of the visit, the caregiver logs into the mobile app from a valid GPS address in the patient's profile. The caregiver then selects today's schedule. The scheduled visits for the day will display, and the caregiver selects the current visit. Then the mobile app will display the patient name, the visit duration, and the duties. There are buttons for clock in and clock out. The caregiver clocks in by selecting the clock in button and then selects the GPS button as the verification method. A screen then displays indicating that the clock in was successful and the caregiver selects OK. In order to clock out, the caregiver returns to the mobile app screen and selects clock out. The app then displays the plan of care duties that were to be performed. The caregiver checks off the duties performed, and if a duty was not performed, the caregiver leaves both circles blank. If a duty was refused, the caregiver selects the red circle next to that duty. And for some agencies, a drop box may appear for the caregiver to select a reason for the refusal. When finished, the caregiver selects the Save button at the top right corner of the screen. For some agencies, a patient signature screen may now display. In those cases, the patient signs using their finger, the caregiver saves the signature, and the image of their signature is recorded in the HHA Exchange system. The mobile app then displays a message that the clock out was successful. Once confirmed, the clock in and clock out confirmation times display on the schedule. If the times match the actual appointment times, they will appear in green. If the clock in and clock out times are different, they will appear in red. The mobile app has some additional features which leverage the smartphone's functionality. Selecting the plus symbol on the mobile app screen will display 3 menu options for adding information in the form of notes to a patient's visit. A caregiver can select to add text notes by typing, to record voice notes by tapping on the microphone icon, or create image notes by either taking pictures with their smartphone camera or attaching an existing image to the visit record. Now let's look at some other features in the HHA Exchange mobile app. The unscheduled visit function allows caregivers to create an unscheduled visit for any patient for whom they have access to by selecting the patient profile. The Visits function allows caregivers to review all scheduled visits for up to 2 weeks in advance. The Patients function allows a caregiver to view a list of all of the patients to whom the caregiver has access and to select a specific patient in order to view patient information or visit detail. The Messages function allows a caregiver to select messages to review and also to respond to any messages sent to the caregiver from the agency or office. The Open Shifts function allows a caregiver to review and request open shifts as they are broadcasted by the agency or office. The My Availability function allows caregivers to review their availability preferences as well as adjust those preferences. For more details on using these functions, please refer to the Mobile App Process Guide for Caregivers, which is available for all agencies. Welcome to the HHA Exchange Enterprise Electronic Visit Verification video series. Caregiver Training, Caller ID, verified with the patient's phone. There are 3 methods by which caregivers can use EVV for visit verification. Caller ID, which uses the patient's phone, GPS, which uses the HHA Exchange mobile app downloaded to the caregiver's smartphone, and the fob device, which uses the mobile app or any telephone to verify the visit. This video covers caller ID using the patient's phone. So how does caller ID work? Caller ID automatically associates the patient visit to the patient phone number. At the beginning of the visit, the caregiver calls the automated verification system using the patient's phone, and then enters their caregiver assignment ID to clock in. The system records the visit location, date and time, as well as the name of the patient and the caregiver. When the visit is complete, the caregiver again calls the automated verification system to clock out. The caregiver can also enter duties performed by entering the duty IDs. When the caregiver is finished entering duties, they end the call by entering 3 zeros. To verify the visit, the patient's phone number is captured during the call and compared to the approved phone numbers in the patient profile. If the phone number from the call matches one of the approved numbers from the profile, the visit will be verified. If the phone number doesn't match, the visit will be recorded as an exception and will need to be manually corrected. Let's look at an example of the system prompts for a caller ID visit call-in. At the beginning of the visit, the caregiver clocks in by calling the automated verification system from the patient's phone. The system automatically prompts the caregiver,
"Welcome to HHA Exchange. Press 1 for call-in. Press 2 for call-out."
and the caregiver enters 1 to indicate that this is a call-in. Then the system prompts the caregiver again.
"Enter your assignment ID."
The caregiver enters their assignment ID. The assignment ID is also called the time and attendance PIN. The system then asks the caregiver to reconfirm their assignment ID. When the caregiver reconfirms, the system provides a confirmation.
"Your call-in has been successfully registered. Goodbye."
Now here's an example of the system prompts for a visit call-out. At the end of the visit, the caregiver clocks out by calling the same verification system number from the patient's phone. The system prompts the caregiver,
"Welcome to HHA Exchange. Press 1 for call-in. Press 2 for call-out."
and this time the caregiver enters 2 to indicate that this is a call-out. Then the system prompts the caregiver,
"Enter your assignment ID."
and the caregiver enters their assignment ID. Then the system prompts the caregiver to record the duties that were performed during the visit.
"Please enter the duty ID."
The caregiver enters the duty ID of the first duty performed.
"Please enter the next duty ID."
If there was more than one duty performed, the caregiver enters additional duties one at a time as the system prompts. Certain duties may require additional prompts for more information. If a particular duty was refused by the patient, the caregiver presses the star key before entering the duty ID to record the patient refusal. After entering all of the duties performed, the caregiver enters 3 zeros and the system provides a confirmation.
"Your call-out has been successfully registered. Goodbye."
SandData. How to install SandData on your phone? 1. Go to your App Store or Play Store. 2. Search for SandData Mobile Connect. 3. Install the app. Let's take a moment to download the app. Log in to SandData Mobile Connect. 1. Tap the SandData Mobile Connect icon to launch the application. 2. Enter login credentials. 3. Tap Login. 4. Enter and re-enter a new password. 5. Tap Confirm. Let's take a moment to download the app. SandData. How to clock in? Check out.
Hello. In this video, we'll review the process of how to sign in to the SandData Mobile Connect app, or SMC for short, and start a visit. So the first step is to locate the SMC app on your device. Tap on the icon to display the login screen. On the login screen, you'll notice there are 3 fields of information that are required to log in: the company ID, the username, and the password. If this is the first time you're signing into SMC, all 3 fields will be blank and you'll need to provide the information. If you've signed in previously, then the company ID and the username will be pre-populated and you'll only need to provide the password. So let's go ahead and tap in the password field and enter the password for this user. You'll notice on the password field there is a lock icon. The lock icon allows you to view the password information that's being typed in. Simply tap on the lock icon to display the information, and this is very helpful just to double check that the password being entered is correct. Tap on the lock icon again to hide the information. Once the password's been entered, then you can simply tap the login button to sign into the app. Right underneath the login button, there's a link to reset your own password. So tapping Forgot Password allows you to reset your own password in instances when you may have forgotten it. Let's go ahead and tap Login. Once you're signed into the SMC app, the home screen will display any clients that you may have checked in for previously. To start a visit, simply tap on the 3 bars in the upper left corner of the screen to access the menu options. Then tap My Visits. This will show a list of upcoming visits, as well as the ability to view past visits. Let's go back to Upcoming. Let's tap on the visit, and SMC displays some more details for the client, such as the address as well as a phone number. Simply tap Continue. The Start Visit pop-up appears, prompting you to confirm, are you sure you want to start the visit? We'll tap Yes, and that's it. Visit has started. Simply tap on the Sign Out icon in the upper right corner, the arrow going through the door, to sign out of SMC.
SAN data, how to clock out.
This video reviews the process of how to check out for a visit using the SANdata Mobile Connect app, or SMC for short. We're back on the SMC login screen, and let's sign back into the app. And tap Login. And we'll see that there's a visit in progress. So SMC provides the details of the visit that's in progress. It has the date, the client's name, the schedule time, and the visit start time, as well as the service. So to continue with this visit, we'll tap Resume Visit, and then we're presented with a complete visit button and then options underneath it. The first option is observations. So we should answer the observation question. Has the member's condition changed? In this case, we'll tap No, and we'll tap on the Task tab and tap the button to add task. Use your finger to scroll through the task list. And then we'll select a couple of tasks. For each selected task, you'll need to indicate if the task was completed or refused. And then we can scroll back up. The next tab is Visit Notes. Visit notes are not required, so you do not have to enter anything into this field if there's no additional information to include. So we'll leave visit notes blank and then simply tap Complete Visit. SMC provides a pop-up just letting you know that there's something that has not been completed, which is the visit notes. And then we can either tap Cancel to add notes or tap Complete Visit which is what we'll do in this case. Summary screen appears, indicating the clock in time as well as the clock out time, and then it's simply a matter of tapping confirm to complete the visit. You may tap the go back button if you wish to go back to the previous screen to add notes or make adjustments. And that's it. The visit is completed. So let's sign out, and we're all set.
Sandtrack's electronic visit verification, group visit instructions, agency account number STX 110190. 1. Press the 2 key to call out. Sandtrax will say, received at time. Please enter first client or hang up if done. 2. Press the number of the client's ID. Sandtrax will say, please enter the service ID. 3. Press the service ID number you performed. Refer to your agency's service list. Sandtrax will say, you entered service. Please press 1 to accept, 2 to retry. 4. Press the 1 key to accept or press the 2 key to retry. Sandtrax will say, please enter second client ID or hang up if done. 5. Repeat steps 2 through 4 for each additional client beyond the first. Hang up if done. Call reference guide. Dial 1-833-549-1810 or 1-844-926-4002.
To request time off, you will select the time off option under the recommended list. You will then be able to see your balances as of today's date. For this example, I showed 20 hours of sick time and 17.83 hours of vacation. To submit a new request, select Request Time Off. Then select the request type. It can be sick, unpaid time off, or vacation. I will be using vacation. For start date, I will select April 27th. The end date will automatically populate to the same day, so if you need to update, you can select the calendar icon and update your end date. Start time, I will leave it as 8 a.m. for this example, but you can update it depending on your schedule. Hours per day, I will leave it as 8. You also have the option to add a comment, and this will provide more information for your supervisor. If I would like to submit another request, I can do so by selecting Add Another Request. This will submit them both at the same time. So now I will select Review and Submit. I will review that my information is correct, and then I will submit request. Okay, so now status of the request shows completed and pending, and I can select Close, and it will take me back to the time off screen. On this screen, you also have the option of viewing previous time off requests. So you can select View Time Off Requests, and this will show you any pending time off requests you have. So you'll see that the vacation request that I just submitted is towards the bottom. You can also update the filter by selecting on the drop-down menu at the top. You can select Approved, Canceled, and Rejected requests, and view through the history of your requests. Okay, so let's go back all the way to the home screen, and that is how you submit time off requests. One thing to keep in mind with time off requests is that once they've been submitted, you can no longer edit or update the request. So if you realize that you made a mistake or that you need to cancel the request, you go back into time off, select View Time Off Requests, Find the request that you need to cancel and select Cancel Time Off. You can add a comment as to why you're canceling the request, or you can select Yes, Cancel. Okay, now that that's been canceled, you can resubmit your request with the correct information, and the canceled request will no longer show under pending.
On-call policy. Purpose: to ensure services are available to our clients at all times. 1. There will be an on-call staff available before and after regular business hours, Monday through Friday, and 24 hours a day on the weekends. On-call staff will consist of an administrative senior staff member and field staff. All field staff will be assigned on-call shifts based on their availability and consent documented on the designated form. 3. There will be a total of 3 field staff assigned to a specific client, 2 of which are on-call and the other the primary field staff member. A. On-call field staff will be on the clock for 2 hours. 1 hour before the scheduled shift, the first hour of the scheduled shift. B. On-call field staff will be on the clock for the first hour of the scheduled shift. On-call policy. Procedure. On admission, the client will be made aware of the agency's 24-hour availability. The on-call schedule will be developed on a monthly basis by the field manager or designee and distributed to the scheduling department and management team. The on-call manager will provide follow-up appropriate to each call. On-call field staff must respond to a call within 15 minutes and must be able to reach the client within 1 hour. There may be rare exceptions, for example, distance of client is very far, field staff coming from another client's home, etc. On-call field staff will be compensated half their normal hourly rate, if not utilized for shift substitution. If the on-call staff is called in, they will be compensated for their hours worked. On-call field staff will receive compensation for the extra 1 hour before the shift at half their hourly rate. The on-call manager will document each time on-call staff is utilized and create a monthly report. The on-call field staff will report his or her client care activities and services via KINSER or the designated service notes. What do we expect from you? Communication. Proper communication with the scheduler. It is essential you are in touch with the scheduler for any changes to your shifts, you are running late, or any emergencies. Always let your scheduler know your whereabouts so that they can communicate with your client. Professionalism. Professionalism is expected. This is your job, and your shifts are your invoices. As a DSP, service notes are expected per each shift. As a caregiver, using HHA independent clock-in with task codes are expected for payment. If you run into issues, contact your Caregiver Success Associate. Independent clock-in. Independent clock-in with task codes are a must. If you run into issues, contact your Caregiver Success Associate. Documentation. Documentation is part of the job. That includes making sure your training and clearances are always current. Handling all professional interactions with discretion and integrity is crucial. Respect for colleagues and supervisors involves active listening, thoughtful communication, and constructive feedback. Engaging in discussions that foster a collaborative and supportive atmosphere is essential. Avoiding inappropriate language refers not only to vulgarities, but also to any remarks that could be perceived as discriminatory or disrespectful. Such behavior is detrimental to team cohesion and morale. Proper phone etiquette is also critical. It mirrors our organization's professionalism. This includes answering calls promptly, speaking clearly and courteously, and ensuring that all telephonic communications are as respectful and considerate as face-to-face interactions are vital. Adhering to these standards enhances our reputation and provides a positive and productive work environment. No call, no show. In our agency, a no-call, no-show situation is deemed completely unacceptable and is grounds for immediate termination. It not only disrupts the continuity of care for the clients who depend on the services provided by the agency, but it also shows a lack of responsibility, professionalism, and commitment on the part of the caregiver. Punctuality and reliability are crucial in this line of work as clients' health and well-being are at stake. Therefore, failure to show up for a scheduled shift without any notification is a serious breach of trust and can result in severe consequences. It is essential to adhere to certain do's and don'ts to maintain professionalism and efficiency. These guidelines help create a conducive and respectful working environment while ensuring proper care for clients and adherence to agency policies. Workplace do's: communicate openly and effectively with colleagues, supervisors, and clients. Follow all company policies and procedures related to client care and privacy. Maintain a clean and organized work environment. Treat all clients with respect, dignity, and compassion. Continuously seek opportunities for professional development and training. Workplace don'ts: do not take personal calls while on the clock. Do not bring family or friends to work. No smoking on the premises. Do not use profanity. No sleeping on the job. Refrain from engaging in any behavior that could compromise the quality of care provided to clients. Being employed in the health and medical profession comes with responsibilities aligned with state and federal laws. Compliance with agency requests for items, documents, training, or matters of attention is essential for continued employment. It is imperative to understand that these requests are not just formalities but are requirements set by state and federal authorities to ensure that our operations meet legal standards. Adhering to these regulations protects both you and the organization from legal liabilities and maintains the integrity of our services. Whenever the agency requests items, documents, training, or even your attention on matters, please know that it is a requirement from the state if you are to remain employed. These requirements are put in place to uphold the highest standards of healthcare delivery and patient safety. They are crucial for our compliance with healthcare regulations and ensuring our patients receive the best possible care. Failure to comply with these requests can not only jeopardize your position, but also our organization's license to operate. Please take these requirements seriously and act promptly on any requests from the agency. If you have any questions or need assistance understanding or fulfilling these requirements, we are here to help. We are committed to supporting each other in meeting these obligations. By working together, we ensure that our practices not only comply with the law, but also foster a safe and ethical working environment. Your service notes and timesheets are your responsibility. They serve as essential documentation for invoicing and review. Accurate records are not just a formality, but a cornerstone of our operational integrity and compliance with healthcare standards. Including electronic visit verification data, this means your clocking in and clocking out, in particular, is paramount. This ensures that all services delivered are accounted for and that billing processes are transparent and accurate. Maintaining precise documentation is critical to our organization's financial health and regulatory compliance. Accuracy in these records supports the provision of high-quality care to our clients. It allows us to monitor the effectiveness of our services and make informed decisions about patient care plans. Moreover, these documents play a critical role during audits and inspections. Inaccurate or incomplete documentation can lead to serious consequences, including financial penalties or legal challenges, which could jeopardize our ability to operate. Please take the time to ensure that all entries in your service notes and timesheets are detailed and correct. If you encounter any difficulties or have questions about how to operate these documents properly, do not hesitate to seek assistance from your supervisor or our administrative staff. By committing to the accuracy of your documentation, you uphold the integrity of our work and contribute significantly to the seamless operation of Able Mind and Body Home Care. From time to time, you may receive feedback or requests for corrections, additional training, or updates to submitted notes from our office. Please understand that this is part of our commitment to supporting you in producing accurate and medically accepted service reports. Feedback is a valuable tool aimed not just at correction, but at fostering professional growth and enhancing the quality of our services. It ensures that all team members are up to date with the latest medical practices and compliance standards. Receiving and responding to feedback constructively is crucial. It allows you to refine your skills and deepen your knowledge, ensuring our clients receive the best care possible. Similarly, when updates to documentation practices or service delivery protocols are needed, these adjustments help maintain our facility's standing as a compliant and respected healthcare provider. We strive to maintain an environment where continuous improvement is encouraged and expected. We encourage you to view these interactions as personal and professional development opportunities. If you ever feel overwhelmed or unsure about how to implement feedback or training suggestions, our doors are always open for discussion. Our goal is to work together as a team to achieve excellence in every aspect of our patient care. By embracing this ongoing process of learning and improvement, you contribute significantly to our collective success and uphold the high standards of able mind and body home care. In the event that you choose to work with another agency or client in addition to Able Mind and Body Home Care, please inform us and your scheduler promptly. We are supportive of your outside work responsibilities, but must ensure compliance with state regulations to avoid scheduling conflicts. Mandatory Abuse Report. The purpose of mandatory abuse reporting in home care is to ensure the protection and well-being of vulnerable individuals who may be at risk of mistreatment or harm. By requiring healthcare professionals to report suspected abuse or neglect, authorities can investigate and intervene to prevent further harm, hold perpetrators accountable, and ultimately safeguard the rights and safety of those receiving home care services. This also helps in promoting a culture of zero tolerance towards abuse and establishing accountability within the healthcare system. Simple IRA enrollment. AMB Home Care is partnered with American Centuries for the Simple IRA plan. In order to participate in this plan, you must contact American Centuries at the contact information below. The website allows you to enroll online and watch a tutorial on how to do so. Phone numbers 800-345-3533 or 1-877-288-5969. Website www.americancentury.com/ADP-simple. Emergencies. Call 911 immediately for any of the following. After calling 911, you may notify other appropriate administrative staff. Blackouts or loss of consciousness, severe bleeding, difficulty breathing, obvious or suspected broken bones, burns, severe pain, chest pain, severe swelling of face, tongue, or eyes, choking, head, back, or neck injury, a sudden change in the ability to walk or function in other ways with no apparent cause, poisoning, call poison control first, sudden paralysis, partial or complete, seizure activity that lasts more than 5 minutes, repeated seizure that reoccur without the individual regaining consciousness, first-time seizures, seizures in someone who is pregnant or has diabetes, sudden onset of slurred speech, sudden change or loss of vision, electric injury. Potential emergencies. Person should be seen by a physician. Follow your agency's emergency notification protocol. Assault, medication overdose or incorrect medication, animal or human bite, sudden onset of confusion, motor vehicle accident. Life can be unpredictable. If you encounter legal issues during your employment with us, please notify us immediately. We will take necessary steps to maintain compliance and support you through any challenges. Open communication is crucial to our mutual success and your satisfaction as part of our team. Keeping us informed helps us provide the necessary support and ensures that our high standards of care are continuously met. Thank you for your attention to these guidelines. Your professionalism and cooperation are vital in delivering exceptional care and maintaining our standards of excellence at Able Mind and Body Home Care. We look forward to working together for the benefit of our clients and community. Any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact below.